Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host, Saeed. We do want to thank you for joining us tonight, viewers. Friday, the 1st of April, 2022. It's the beginning of the 4th month in the year 2022. How time flies. Is one thing we cannot hold back, viewers, is the time. It is the time we cannot hold back. But still, you know, we give God thanks for time. Yesterday, today, tomorrow. We may do with what we have. As long as you see the sun rise in the morning, you give God thanks. Why are you giving God thanks? Because there are many individuals throughout the world who did not see that sunrise. So you give God thanks for waking up in the morning, and you give God thanks for going to bed at night. Viewers, I am Saeed. You are viewing Real Talk with Saieed Ali. Remember to share our live stream. We are on Facebook, Real Talk with Saieed Ali. Like and share. We are on YouTube. You can subscribe to TT Real Talk. Hit the bell and you would know when we go live. So viewers, it's Fire Friday tonight. And viewers, from 7:30, my staff wants to reintroduce to Trinidad and Tobago our Relationship Fridays. They want me to introduce it back to the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago because there's too much chaos taking place with family. And remember, viewers, when we ran the Relationship Friday in 2020, we were the only station in Trinidad and Tobago, the only show in Trinidad and Tobago that had a relationship segment running. Real Talk with Saieed Ali was the only show in Trinidad and Tobago had that. For who? For us, the citizens of Trinidad. Why did I do that? To educate us in caring, in expressing yourself, in knowing one's feeling, in knowing how to come about or to create ideas in order to, you know, to be more open with your spouse, your girlfriend, you know, your significant other. So my team, Real Talk Group of Companies team, they want me to reintroduce to you, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, our relationship segment. So here what to do, call your friends, call your family, that Saeed Real Talk is going to reintroduce our relationship segment. Viewers, from 7:30 tonight, our relationship segments will kick off again. You know, we did it in 2020 for almost 6 or 7 months. We're going to start it back tonight. The 1st of April, we're going to start it back tonight. And the question for that segment from 7:30 until 8 o'clock tonight, will you say sorry to your partner, even though it's not your fault? So from 7:30 tonight, viewers, feel free to call in 238-6716, whether you're in Trinidad, whether you're up the Caribbean, whether you're in London, you're in Canada, you're in the US, you're in Dubai. Feel free to call in for our relationship segment from 7:30. Remember, viewers, will you say sorry to your partner even though it is not your fault? From 7:30, I want to hear from you. I want to hear from the males, I want to hear from the females, I want to hear from the boyfriend, I want to hear from the girlfriend, even grandma and grandpa. You know, when we introduced this segment in 2020, we had a lot of response. I learned a lot of things, and I know Trinidad and Tobago learned a lot of things also. And every individual throughout the world who have been viewing Real Talk with Saieed Ali and our relationship segment, let me tell you something. You cannot tell me that you didn't learn a thing or two. You can't tell me that. So we're going to have our normal program from 7 to 7:30, and from 7:30 we're going to kickstart. We're going to reintroduce our Real Talk relationship segment, viewers. So as we start off our program tonight, remember, Real Talk Group of Companies is offering you a 3.5% on our fixed deposit system that is set up in our company, the highest interest rate that is being paid throughout Trinidad and Tobago. Nobody is giving you 3.5% on a fixed deposit, especially your hard-earned cash. Remember, I am also a licensed money lender. As long as you want a little cash borrow, not a problem. As long as you have some collateral for me to hold, for the company to hold, we would love to do business with you. Because when the banks turn your back, the banks turn away from you, contact us. As long as you have a little security, we will try our best to facilitate you to make sure you can get what you need. So viewers, we're starting off our program tonight. The Ministry of Trade and Industry is bracing for more food price increase to add to the 9.7% inflation of the cost of an average food basket over the last 2 years. In a media release, the ministry stated it was anticipating additional increase because of import inflation, which will push local price up in the short term. The assessment came the day after a state-owned National Flour Mill, NFM, reported a decline in profit and hinted at another increase in the price of flour. The last increase took effect in January. The ministry also reported that over the past 2 years, price on some of its food items had remained constant, such as powder milk, biscuits, tea bag, Morby, baked bean, mayonnaise, dry pigeon peas, chana, and salt. It also said that price of some items declined, such as condensed milk, orange drink, green pigeon peas, peanut butter, brown sugar, onion, ketchup, tuna, potato, local produce, local product, also corn flakes, and coconut oil. So viewers, those were some items that the price have been declined from raising. I'm going to tell you something. What I have learned from National Flour Mill is that they have been absorbing prices as much as they can. As much as they can, they have been absorbing prices. I will try to get in touch with Mr. Rajiv Dipti, the president of the Supermarket Association, to find out how best the supermarket or the retail industry in Trinidad could hold on to prices without increasing. We're going to hear from him in the coming days, viewers. I will try my best to get in contact with him. If he's looking on at the show, Rajiv, you could feel free to call in. Let us know what is taking place in the food sector in Trinidad and Tobago. It's going to be a rough months ahead, viewers, with the escalating rates throughout Trinidad, Tobago, the Caribbean, around the world, with inflation going up, COVID-19 impact throughout the world. We just have to brace ourselves and hope for the best. That is all I can say right now. We just have to hope for the best and brace ourselves. It's going to be a tough time, but nevertheless, we just have to trust God and hope that things remain, where the smaller man, the low class citizens in Trinidad and Tobago could be able to make a proper grocery. Now that the economy is opening back up from the 4th to the 19th in Trinidad, hopefully the manufacturers could start producing stuff, get the ball rolling. Central Bank needs to find some way in order to make US dollar more easier for Trinidad and Tobago businessmen to access. Like I said, presently I am paying $8 for $1 US. Just imagine that. Why is it so hard for businessmen in Trinidad to get US? Why is it so hard? It is so hard in other countries. In other countries, it is simple. It is easy. So I ask myself, if only we in Trinidad are facing this. It's tough, it's really tough. And the banks now, the amount of thing the banks need, gosh, it's a shame sometimes, It's a shame. About a week back, I bought a car from a guy, a high-end vehicle. And when I paid him, I took out some money from the bank to go and do some business, and he ended up getting cash for the vehicle. The vehicle on his name. So when I gave him the cash, he went into the bank. I also gave him a letter with a copy of my ID card also, and the receipt of the sale agreement. So he went into the bank with the certified copy. He went in with the cash. He went in with my contact. He went in with a letter I did for him, and also a copy of my ID card. So more or less, this is all you need to deposit your money into your account in the bank because of sales. Let me tell you something. You know the bank refuses individual money. They refuse the individual money. And he told them, he said, contact Saeed. Saeed is the guy who bought the car. You know they refuse to contact me also. So I'm asking myself, why is the bank turning away customers, individuals who have accounts with them? You know their history. But yet you turn away your own customers. Why is this? Why is this? What is the financial institution in Trinidad and Tobago? Where are they heading? Are they only heading so that the businessmen in society would have accounts with them? I don't know, I'm asking. To me, like every time you go to a bank, it's something new. It's something new. It's sad, it's really sad. A couple days ago, my brother sent some money for me from his account. Let me tell you something. I swear to God, me and my brother was on trial for murder. I'm telling you, you know. It came from one bank to another bank. And both individuals, I swear to God, I was in front of a judge for murder. Why he gave you this money? Who is he to you? What you going to do with this money? Why this amount? Boy, let me tell you something. The only thing I didn't do in that bank was cuss and get on. Because remember our Prime Minister said at one point in time, I believe his daughter was going to open an account in a commercial bank. And he was complaining the amount of things they need to open an account is a shame. It's like we foreigners in our own country. How many of you are having problems with this? How many of you? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. No wonder why citizens are turning to credit unions and they are shifting from the bank. Too much a thing. But I tell you, I swear to God, I was in trial for murder. They want this, they want that, they want the other. One set of thing. And it came from one account, from one bank to our next bank. And you're on trial for murder. Hey, boy. It's easy. Viewers, we are going for a short commercial break, but nevertheless, when we come back, we're going to talk about the education ministry.
Do you want to make the best investment but not sure where to turn? Put your mind at ease and worry no more. Real Talk Group of Companies is giving you a whopping 3.5% interest on your investments. Come on down and visit us today. We have 2 convenient locations just for you. Visit us at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Sipera Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando. Sit back and watch your money grow at Real Talk Investment. Do contact us now at 238-6716. 339-1670 or 242-7690. Our team of professionals are waiting for you. Grab this opportunity and invest today. Real Talk Investment, helping real people make real money. This ad was paid for by the Real Talk Group of Companies Limited.
Are you looking for quick cash and do not know where to turn? We have got the answer for you. Visit us at Real Talk Group of Companies. We are a licensed money lending financial institution. We are located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. Our phone numbers are 339-1670, 267-7325 or 238-6716. Contact us today. We look forward to hearing from you.
Welcome back to Real Talk, viewers. So we're moving on to the Ministry of Education, and its stakeholders have all reported smooth sailing for this year's secondary entrance assessment, that is the SEA exam, on Thursday. A statement from the ministry said the exam was held in 552 centers across Trinidad and Tobago. Minister of Education Dr. Nian Gasby-Dawley stated that after monitoring the day's operation, she was happy to report that the examination was implemented without any major disruption. Thank God for that. The ministry statements also said students who were registered but unable to sit the exam will be allowed to sit the make-up exam on April 21st. Gasby-Dawley thanked the 3,400 members of staff and external stakeholders who contributed to the success of the exam. The statement also added that the ministry expects results will be available for collection during the first week of July. Principals were also happy with how the exams were carried out. Well done, well done. At least something went proper. First time. You know, in Trinidad there's always a hiccup for something, you know. So moving along, viewers, Minister of Finance Colin Imbut have stated that Petrotrin employees' pension plan is worth more than $7 billion. He was trying and replying to an oral question by Point-a-Pierre MP David Lee. Imbut stated that the most recent valuation of the Petrotrin employees' pension plan indicates that the market value of the asset is at $7.859 billion. Listen to this.
The most recent valuation of the Petrotrin employees' pension plan indicates that the aggregate market value of the assets stood at $7.859 billion.
So now, viewers, Lee asked the date of the valuation, to which Imbut replied, for reporters, Lee said that in 2020, Imbut promised a fresh valuation to be done by June 2020. Imbut stated that a fresh valuation was to determine if there is a deficit in the pension fund, and that had been done. He added that there is a 6% return and the plan is in surplus.
Madam Speaker, as usual, the opposition gets everything wrong. The purpose of that valuation is to determine whether there was a deficit in the plan, and that was done.
Supplemental member for Point-a-Pierre.
So could the minister state if there's a deficit in the Petrotrin pension fund currently?
Minister of Finance.
Madam Speaker, dependent on the interest rate used for the actuarial evaluation and the methodology. They're dependent on the interest rate. What I'm seeing is that at a 6% return, the plan is in surplus. For those who may know something about actuarial valuations, there are scenarios that are presented by actuaries using an assumed rate of return, an assumed yield. Madam Speaker, as I said, Madam Speaker, for those who are familiar with the valuation of pension plans, actuaries present scenarios based on assumed interest rates. And depending on the interest rate that is finally selected, a plan can be in deficit or in surplus.
Now, viewers, in early March, retired Petrotrin workers protested in regards to issue with their pension plan. Some stated that they were cut off when the refinery was closed. So listen this, viewers, listen this. If there is $7 billion in pension plan for the ex-workers, why not pay the ex-workers? What is the kickback? Is it that they want to keep that money themselves? Is it that they want to suffer the workers? I mean, why not pay the workers? Caller, good night.
Good night, sir. That is exactly what is happening, you know. They are not paying the money because they want to keep that money for themselves, friends and family. Now, the question I want to ask, sir, you know, the Prime Minister is asking for reparation from the British for slavery. Now, who exactly is going to benefit from that payment? Who exactly is going to benefit from that? Is it the descendants or is it is going into the pocket of the PNM, you know, followers and supporters and what have you? Who exactly is going to get that money? Now, like all that, you know, the contributions, all the money that came from various people for the COVID and relief, how much people benefit from these things? Where is it all this money has been going? You are calling for reparation. What about the people who suffered the last big flood in all the opposition here, for example, St. Helena? Up to today, they have not got a cent.
Correct.
Up to today, have not got a cent. People in Penal, Baby, when they had the big flood in 2017, up to today, they received nothing at all. Nothing at all. So instead of fighting the British, why don't you yourself lead by example? That is the hypocrisy. When Fitzgerald Hines was saying we have hypocrites, they are the hypocrites. Fighting so you want the British for money, and you have your owing people money right here. Where is that money? Where had all this? This is why I'm saying there should be a proper forensic audit by international auditors for this government, because we do not know billions of dollars. What about all that money that came out of the Heritage and Stabilization Fund? What purpose? What did we achieve with it, sir? This is what we need. That is hypocrisy on part of the PNM government. So the regional leaders are absolutely correct to say we are not falling apart. I think they made a mistake. We have fallen a long time ago. Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you, my friend. Why not pay the money? Why? Why are you holding their money? So listen to this. Increasing cost of international wheat has undermined the profit of state-owned National Flour Mill, which plummeted to 1.3 million last year, and may see yet another spike in the cost of flour. The steep decline means the company can't pay dividends to its shareholders. Chairman Nigel Romano said in his report on its financial performance for the year ending December 31st, 2021. Commenting on the company's performance, Minister of Trade and Investment Paula Gopi-Skun stated that the matter was being monitored closely because of the many international circumstances taking place. She added that she was not able to comment on the National Flour Mill's financials at this time. Now, of the interview on Tuesday afternoon, and it will be dealt with it in details later on. So viewers, the financial result recording an 88% fall in the profitable owing to rise again. So which means grain price and supply chain disruption caused by COVID-19 pandemic. Like I said, in the coming months, we would know if National Flour Mill is going to raise its price on flour. We'll just have to wait and see, because there's a demand around the world with prices escalating not only in Trinidad but around the world. And where there's the war taking place with Ukraine and Russia, well, that is a serious thing by itself. It is a serious thing. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley has stated that land fraud matter currently engaging the attention of the TNT Police Service and the opposition is much more than just a party issue. And he was currently dealing with it. However, citizen, he is also telling the UNC to bring the evidence to back up their claim, since he will only be dealing with the facts in the matter. The issue was raised by the United National Congress leader Kamala Prasad Bisesa, who resurrected accusations she made against La Hoqueta Talparo MP Foster Cummings back in 2019. She linked him to three companies: Cummings and Associate, Pikel Service Limited, and Kyledon Enterprise, in which she claimed to receive lucrative state contract and access to state lands. When asked if he would wait for concrete evidence before acting, the PM said that he was not threatening anybody. She promised to bring more on this matter at a later date. Caller, good night.
Mr. Ali, good night to you.
Go right ahead, I'm good.
I don't believe nothing that this leader at the PNM says, the Prime Minister. Because a lot of people in large constituency is taking land and building houses, concrete structure, and he's not doing anything about it, especially places like Sandy Grande and so forth. If you pass right in the Beetham, you can see the highway where they put houses extended to the wall. If you go down by Sealat, you will watch through, but before you reach the lighthouse, you will see houses in the back, they're going up. So when this leader of the PNM is talking, he's not making any sense. He's just trying to tell the people what they want to hear and make people feel that he's doing something. Mr. Ali, watch his administration, and I want to tell the PNM supporters and them, they will come now and fix all the little holes and things on the roads and so forth. And they will try their best now to try and give public servants a little bit of kakada. When Kamala Prasad says I give them 14%, I want to see what you're going to give them. And if they didn't fall for it, I want to see what they will do now. Today, the people them now getting all kind of thing happening because the local election is coming up. And if you look at the mantra of the PNM, they will give you something when it's time for election. And they will fill the pocket and the hands of their own family and friends. And the people who are working for them, who voted for them, and put them in office, get a little bit of scrums like CPEP and so forth, and they can't get nothing. What it cost of living, Mr. Ali?
Yes, yes.
Watch and see what's happening. What is crime in the country? What is health sector in this country? They say they handled COVID good. You see anybody get any money, Mr. Ali? You see anybody get any grant? What to do with all this other money? You understand? Following the people them. And you have a man who is the finance minister who's standing up and telling people that he's going to raise gas again. And when you know, and I know, and even the man who is down in the earth know that when you raise gas, my brother, and diesel, everything going to go up in the price of cost of living. You understand? And people today have to understand that this administration is not good for this country, and they must get rid of them, because you know why? Everything is about them taxing, and taking from the poor man and enhancing themselves and the family. Rolling a gold pen with their condition. The supporters living in a 10 by 10, all in a remand thing. You understand, Moloney? You understand? Or they wake up and smell the coffee, PNM supporters. Wake up and understand that the PNM is not for all you. It's about power, about themselves and themselves only, my brother. I thank you.
Thank you, my friend. You know, I met with Rai Ragbir this morning. Early this morning. He's my neighbor. And let me tell you something. I heard something that he said, but Monday night we will call him for an interview. And you all will hear what he told me this morning. It is very shocking. It is very shocking what is taking place in Trinidad. But I want you all to hear it from his mouth. It's not me just bashing, you know. It's about the roots. It's about the people in Trinidad. It's about service. It's about the groundwork. It's about helping people. It's about reaching to people. It's about finding out what they need. Let me tell you something. Monday night, I will try and get in touch with him on a live interview Monday night, and you're going to hear the cries of the people in our society today. So viewers, we are going for a short commercial break, but when we come back, I want to hear from you, Trinidad and Tobago. We're going to kick off our relationship segment tonight. It is backed by the man, Real Talk Group of Companies. The girls and them working here at the side. We introduce it back. Last year we did it in 2020. No, that's 2021. We did it for about 6 or 7 months. Let me tell you something. I learned a lot. Trinidad and Tobago and viewers of Real Talk, we learned a lot. So I want to hear from you. All those callers who call in during the week. You have your girlfriend, you have your boyfriend, you have your spouse. You're probably a grandfather, a grandmother. When we come back from this break, my question to you is, will you say sorry to your partner even though it is not your fault? I want to hear from you tonight. I want to know if you will forgive for this and forgive for that and forgive for the next. Tonight I want to hear some incidents that you have forgiven your partner for. You know, and I will tell you something. I will tell you something. Throughout the year, 2021, 2022 now start, but we were going through some rough times where families separated because of COVID. The husband couldn't provide, the wife couldn't take it, they left, children went one way, wife going one way, husband going one way, boyfriend going one way, girlfriend going one way. You understand? So tonight, viewers, my question to you, will you say sorry to your partner even though it is not your fault? We're going for a commercial break, but when we come back, 238-6716 is the number to call.
Are you looking for quick cash and do not know where to turn? We have got the answer for you. Visit us at Real Talk Group of Companies. We are a licensed money lending financial institution. We are located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. Our phone numbers are 339-1670, 267-7325 or 238-6716. Contact us today. We look forward to hearing from you.
Do you want to make the best investment but not sure where to turn? Put your mind at ease and worry no more. Real Talk Group of Companies is giving you a whopping 3.5% interest on your investments. Come on down and visit us today. We have 2 convenient locations just for you. Visit us at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando. Sit back and watch your money grow at Real Talk Investment. Do contact us now at 238-6716, 339-1670, or 242-7690. Our team of professionals are waiting for you. Grab this opportunity and invest today. Real Talk Investment, helping real people make real money. This ad was paid for by the Real Talk Group of Companies Limited.
So Trinidad and Tobago, 238-6716 is our phone line to call in. I want to hear from you tonight. Will you forgive? Or will you say sorry to your partner even though it is not your fault? I want to hear from you tonight. We're going to reintroduce our Relationship Fridays for forgiveness sake, for coming back together sake. I want to hear from the females tonight. I want to hear from the males tonight. I know not each and every one of you will be willing to forgive your partner for something that they did, but I want to hear from you. I really want to hear from you tonight. All the ladies who have been calling during the week, the mothers, the fathers, the grandmothers, the brother, the sister, the boyfriend, the girlfriend, the niece, the nephew. Will you forgive your partner and say sorry for even though an incident happened and it is not your fault? How many of you will sit and talk about it? How many of you will forgive? Let's just say the husband or the wife went down by the mother without telling you. She ended up spending the night down there and you found out the next day. Will you say sorry? Would you go ahead and quarrel? Let's just say the wife went in the grocery and you're supposed to make 500 grocery, but she ended up making 700 grocery. That's 200 more. It's not her fault, but will you forgive? 238-6716 is the phone number to call in. All the ladies, all the males and them who want to play stubborn. You know, you watch me. Don't tell me about that. Don't talk about me. I tell you spend this and you're going and spend that. She went out with she friend and she even say, well, hon, or darling, or Dudu, you're not going out with my friend. You had to get from a phone call now. Well, hey, I see a girlfriend down the road, you know. Or I see a boyfriend down the road, you know. Would you forgive them for not calling at that moment to tell you they're going out with John Doe? Call her good night. Hello?
Hello, good night.
Go good. Go right ahead.
In my case, I would, even though my partner is wrong, I will forgive him and said, let's move on. That's my opinion in life.
All right, my darling.
Yes,
tell us one incident that happened that wasn't your fault, but you forgive him.
Okay, well, there a couple of incidents take place in our marriage, and
just name one.
Like cheating.
Okay,
and,
so he ended up cheating on you, and you found out, and you tell him sorry.
Yes, I said sorry for our kids' sake and for our marriage sake, and today we're making 48 years together.
14?
48.
48 together? Ooh, that sorry really work.
It sure did. And thank you so much. I love looking at your show, and you're a great job that you are doing, Mr. Saeed.
Thank you so much, darling. So viewers, will you say sorry to your partner even though it is not your fault? Wait now, she says sorry. From saying sorry, they went on 48 years. Ooh, these days, watch me. These days, some couples they're going 48 days, 48 weeks, and that is it. So call us 238-6716. Feel free to call in. We are reintroducing our relationship segment. Even though a lot of things is happening in Trinidad and Tobago, family is important. Always remember that. And it is always good to say, I am sorry. I didn't say it all the time, you know. Even though it is not my fault, I will say, sorry, baby. Sorry, honey. You know, just to keep the peace. To keep the love flowing, to keep the connection, to keep the doodly-doo flowing. You know, you have to say sorry at some point in time. So 238-6716. I want to hear from you tonight, viewers. All my male friends who will be calling in. The male viewers, local and regional. Feel free to call in. I know we had a lot of calls from Barbados. Barbados, are you in the house tonight? Feel free to call in. I want to hear from you. If you find out your girlfriend going on the road and meet she co-workers and she ain't call you and you find out from a friend or somebody send you a picture on WhatsApp, hey, look my darling down there. Would you get all hot and sweaty or would you forgive her for not telling you? Call her, good night.
Hello, good night.
Good night. Right ahead.
Right. Let me hear about your question.
Will you say sorry to your partner even though it is not your fault? You there?
Yeah.
So go ahead, give me your answer.
Why I must say I'm sorry for if it's my fault?
No, you missed the point, man. You missed the point. You're missing the point. You have to understand. Thank you, my friend. 238-6716. It's Fire Friday, viewers. We had our first 30 minutes of incidents that happened throughout Trinidad and Tobago. We brought you the update. Like I said, we are reintroducing our Real Talk relationship segment. Call her, good night. Hello?
Hello?
Will you say sorry to your partner even though it was not your fault? Hello?
Hello?
When you stick, you get the click. You stick, you get the click. Let me tell you something. Hear this. You go in the grocery. You're supposed to spend 500. But you end up spending 700. And your wife tell you, honey, here what's going on. I want you to spend 500. And she give you money, you know. You're going down the road now, you end up spending 700 in the grocery. It's not your fault. You see a nice duck on the shelf there, you end up buying the duck. You're forgetting it's only 500. But that is not your fault because the duck looks so nice and you tell yourself, well, ah boy, I get some curry duck and bust up shot today. And when you go home now, your wife blow you out. Hey, and you only know 500 ting. What you going to do? Call her, good night.
Yeah, Mr. Ali, I want to talk to you about something that I heard yesterday. And it is not related to what you're talking about now. Can I?
Call me tomorrow, 339-1670. Thank you, my friend. So viewers, on our relationship segment, it's not no politics. It's not no politics. It's about our relationship night. Will you say sorry even though it is not your fault? How many of you are understanding what I'm asking? Caller, good night.
Who are speaking to the boss man?
Yes, you're live on Real Talk.
Yeah, well, I called to let them know that in a relationship, sometimes you have to compromise with your spouse for peace. So sometimes you're right, you're wrong, but if peace will come by saying you're sorry, that's the right way to move, because relationship right now, quick to get involved, and to get come out of it, sometimes it takes blood and stone.
Yes.
Because death. We don't have to go down that road.
True.
We could easily say we, regardless of male or female,
correct,
can say we are sorry. And so I thank God for that, and thank all for accepting the words I have to say.
Thank you, my friend. You see, that guy understand exactly what I was asking. Like I said, your darling send you in the grocery. You're supposed to spend 500, but you end up spending 700. But when you come home now, She start on your case, hey, blah, 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 ting, you know that $100 for this, and that $100 for that, and look, you spend it out, but it's not your fault. The duck looks so nice in the bag. You know, it burned, and when you pick it up, God, it's smelling fresh duck. Would you say sorry, even though it was not your fault? Call her good night.
Hi, good night.
Go right ahead, you're live on Real Talk Relationship segment.
Right, well, I'm married 31 years. And my husband is never wrong. For the 31 years, he never take wrong.
You never take wrong, or she never take wrong?
Yeah, he never take wrong. He always right.
Okay.
I always apologize. I reached the point now where I'll never be apologizing and telling him I'm sorry, because it don't make sense, because he never wrong. He never take wrong. Whether he wrong, he never take wrong.
I understand what you're saying.
You understand? And that is disgusting. For 35 years, everything he do, he right. He wrong, but he right. And it's unfair. You know, it's really unfair. And he never take wrong. And I always be the one dogging.
I understand.
And a relationship can't work so.
Even though you are right, you still say you're wrong.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying. How long are you married now?
30 years.
30 years, and 30 years you have been saying I am sorry.
Yeah, and I know, I have evidence, I have proof that he was wrong and he was involved, and yet still he right.
My friend, thank you so much for sharing your
well, now I've reached the point where I'm moving on now, moving out. It don't make sense.
I understand. Thank you so much for sharing your concern.
Thanks, yeah.
Now, viewers, I want to let you understand something. Sometimes, you see this program that we are keeping on a Friday night now, relationship segment, sometimes people doesn't know who to reach out to, you know. And when they call into our station, our segment, I will give you that time. I want to hear your frustration. I want to hear your forgiveness. I want to hear what you do to make it up. Call her good night.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Go right ahead. You're live on Real Talk Relationship segment.
Hello.
Next call. You stick, you get the click. Will you say sorry to your partner even though it is not your fault? I just say sorry, you know, big as I is, you know. 47 years. And I still saying sorry. And God still having mercy on me. Call her good night.
Hi, good night, Mr.
Oh, good. You have a sexy voice in the house. Good night, my dear.
Hi, good night.
Will you say sorry to your partner even though it is not your fault?
No, I don't.
You wouldn't say sorry?
Yes, I would, but yes, I would.
Thank you so much, my dear. 2386716 is our number to call, viewers. I'm going to tell you something. Even though you are right, it is best to say sorry sometimes. Call her good night.
Hello, good night.
Oh, this is a nice voice. Darling, how you going?
I'm going good.
Will you say sorry to your partner even though it is not your fault?
Oh, sure. I always do.
So tell us one situation where you said sorry and it was not your fault.
Well, sometimes I go out and I stay out a little late.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you always get yourself tired sometimes, and your husband just want to know why you stay outside so long you're going. You know, and I have to apologize.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
So I tell him sorry, I hug him up, and I give him a kiss. And we make up.
Oh, nice.
Of course, and it's 55 years I'm doing that.
Wow, so it's working for you?
Of course.
Well said.
I teach my children the same thing too.
Nice.
You know, I teach them the same, and they just tell my mommy, well, I'm proud of that and what you're doing and to make your marriage work.
Nice.
With long life. Because last month we celebrate 80 years for him, and I celebrate 72, and we was nice.
Sorry, working for you.
Yeah.
And you will continue saying it.
I will continue doing it, my love.
Thank you so much for sharing it with us.
Yes.
So you see, viewers, let me tell you something. Sometimes we just need to just zip our mouth, stoop down a little, and just say sorry. Just say sorry. Watch me, it's a go kill you. It's a taking no money from you. It's a boy no hole on you. Your shirt a bursting, your pants a bursting. And I go tell you something, when I say sorry, you might end up getting an extra plate of food, you know. Take what I tell you. Because you go home for an incident that happened, and you know it's not your fault, and you hot and sweaty over it. Let me tell you something, it's sufferation, you know. No food, no coverlet, wash your clothes, sleep on the couch. Call her good night.
Hi.
Hello?
Hi. Hello, good night.
Hi, good night. Go right ahead.
Okay. What I want to say is, what about if you don't have a partner to say sorry? And the partner is not there.
If you don't have no?
Partner to say sorry.
Well, if you have no partner, you must have a little something on the side.
Not at all, Mr. Police. Not at all.
Well, if the husband die and go, or if you have no, how to say, boyfriend or girlfriend, you must have a little friend, somebody close who you consider. Correct?
The only have is my little grandson in them.
Oh God, but mom's all, I go tell you, when you hear you get a little big, darling, how you going? You good?
Yeah, like to watch the show.
Oh, tell him I said hello, tell him I said hello.
And Ramadan Mubarak to you and your family, Mr. Saeed.
Eid Mubarak to you, my dear. Thank you so much for calling in. So viewers, will you say sorry to your partner even though it is not your fault? 238-6716. Real Talk Group of Companies, Real Talk with Saieed Ali. We are proud to reintroduce our relationship segment starting as April 1st. Moving along. So viewers, more or less on a Friday night, we're going to give the politics arrest, we're going to give the murder, we're going to give the ministers arrest. And I want to hear from you concerning relationships with the male, the female, the courting of the young ones. You know, we want to talk about life. Caller, good night.
Good night.
Good night, my friend. Will you say sorry to your partner even though it is not your fault?
I just always say, Saeed, hear what's going on.
Talk to me.
To make this thing work, you have to give up your rights to make this thing work. Because what? Me and my wife lived together for 40 years.
Ooh, nice years.
I married when she was 19.
Wow.
And she died last year. And
condolences.
On many times I say sorry because it's in school days I watching she and thing, and that saying sorry just reach a long way, brother.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. You understand?
Yes.
And you have to give up your rights to make your marriage work. And only a man will say sorry. True. You have to be a man to say sorry.
Well said.
Saeed? Okay. Blessed night.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you. You see what I'm telling you? Sometimes you just have to stoop. All the man you is, all the woman you is, you have to stoop at some point in time to say sorry. Because I will tell you something. It goes both ways, male and female. If you ain't say sorry, there's consequences. For the male and them, the consequence from the wife is no food when you come home. Wash your clothes. I'm telling you. And for the man now, when you are saying sorry, well then that's a different thing. Sleep on the couch. Call her good night. Hello?
Hi. Good night, Mr. Saeed.
Good night. Will you say sorry to your partner even though it's not your
I give
fault?
my husband 500 so he go tree. And if he go and he some that like more than that, spend more than that, I do appreciate it. Because I'm his wife and watch me, he works for that. And I do appreciate he can spend more than that. If it's that what he wants. Because he make his family proud and happy. Thank you, Mr. Saeed.
So here it is, stay on the line, you there?
Yes, ma. Yes, sir.
Tell me one thing that he did and it wasn't his fault and you tell him sorry.
What is his fault? Yes, sir. He did gamble some money and he did it, well, like I said. He did a prophecy and I was nice about it.
Wow. So you tell him sorry even though he was angry at him?
Yes, he came and he apologized. And so, honey, you gonna put it back for me.
Oh, what do you see that? Moms, when you see that, you were saving that money long time.
Well, we did. We did it together, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, yes. We have a nice, after that, we have a nice relationship. We tried to build it together.
Nice, nice. I'm glad how you say that. You tried to build it together.
Yes, we tried to build it on. Apparently, we lost it.
Thank you so much for sharing it, my friend. So, viewers, 2386716. Real Talk with Saieed Ali. We are introducing our relationship segment night now on our Fridays. So remember when we did it in 2021 for the last 6 or 7 months? Let me tell you something. It was a hit. It was the only show in Trinidad and Tobago that were bringing family together, talking about the relationship, talking about courting, talking about how to keep it going, talking about how to spice it up. Let me tell you something. Our ratings was very high. We were the only program shown in Trinidad and Tobago concerning relationship, the only one. Let me tell you something. Individuals from all walks of life, all positions in life, from judges, come straight down to our grass cutter. I used to watch our show. That was the rating we had. When people see me on the outside like Saeed, great Friday night program. Caller, good night.
Hello, good night.
Good night, my dear. Go right ahead. Would you say sorry to your partner even though it is not your fault?
Well, of course I will. And I accustomed doing that. Because if you want to live good with your partner, you have to say sorry, and he also has to say sorry. And it's not a big deal. But if I go in the grocery and I spend more money, he doesn't say anything. He's a loving person. And if he goes out and he spends something, I doesn't say anything because that's how the way is now. Because he doesn't know the correct price.
Tell me one incident that happened that you said sorry to and if it was not your fault. You there? She gone. Thank you for calling in. You see, viewers, I will tell you something, Even though we are 50 years or 60 years, we could still learn something, you know. Take what's telling you. You see, in a relationship, you're never too old to learn. You're never too old to learn. Because a 60-year-old man who married to a wife, he will go down by his partner sitting down. I know his partner will tell him something and he will come back home and try it and you know he go get through. Call her good night. I tell you, the 60-year-old guy will get through. It's not that he's separated, he's living with his wife. 40, 50 years they're living together. And he just heard his friend try something and his friend get through. It's obvious he will come home and try it and he will get through. It's all about building. It's about forgiving. It's about saying sorry. How many of you are willing to say sorry? Just to keep the ladder going. How many of you? So viewers, every Friday we're going to do it like this. Or every other Friday. It all depends on the vibes, you know. But too much of things happening in Trinidad. Families are separating. Husband, wife. Just imagine. You're married and in 2 months' time, palm shot, big wedding, $30,000, $40,000 and big wedding, and you end up back home. It happened. This is the reality we're facing. This is the reality. I just always say sorry, you know. I'm not too big to apologize. I'm not too big. Even though I'm a public figure, I do spiritual work, I am a businessman. But coming down to the real source, you must say sorry. Because I'm going to tell you something, if you ain't say sorry, there is consequences behind it. No hot food, no clean clothes. You lie down on the bed, you stay on that side, I stay on this side. You know, it happens. So viewers, we're out of time for tonight, but nevertheless, remember, there's a rerun of this program for Monday from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. That is Monday the 4th of April. Remember, Real Talk Group of Companies is offering you 3.5% on a fixed deposit system set up in our company. I'm a licensed money lender. You're looking for some cash borrow. You have some collateral for we to hold some security. Feel free to contact us, viewers. There are 2 offices, one in South, one in Central. Our South office numbers are 242-7690. Our central office at 238-6716, and you can contact me at 339-1670. You can also WhatsApp me on 267-7325. So viewers, tomorrow it's the first day of Ramadan for the Muslim community in Trinidad and Tobago. So I want to wish my Muslim brothers and sisters a safe, healthy, and prosperous the beginning of your fast, which is tomorrow morning. May Allah give you the health and strength and the guidance to carry you throughout your fast. So viewers, until we meet again Monday, Allah bazurkum wala inti bi illa zanta rahmaturkum bala ilezi bi illa unnama esdi illa. God showed us from the beginning of time how to care and how to love for one another. Say, I am sorry, forgive me. Even Moses, when he was carrying Mary on a donkey, even Moses had doubt about the baby Mary was carrying. Even Joseph had doubts, but you know what? Because of the heart of Moses and because God ministered to him, he said, I am sorry. So until we meet again, viewers, good night and be safe.